The old man didn't even raise his hand to block it. The splash of Coca-Cola hit his faded shirt, dripping down to the cracked pavement. Beside him, his wife flinched, not from the cold drink but from the laughter that followed. 3 young men stood near the parked car, holding cans like trophies. Their laughter echoed across the small-town gas station, careless, cruel, echoing in the evening air. Before I tell you what happened next, like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Valley. And tell me where you're watching from. The old couple had stopped for a quick snack on their way home from the market. They weren't rich, their clothes showed years of use, but their hands were gentle, the kind that had worked, built and cared. The woman wiped the drink off her husband's chest with her scarf. "Let's just go," she whispered, her voice trembling more from shame than fear. But the boys didn't stop. One of them, wearing sunglasses even though the sun had already sunk behind the trees, called out, "What's wrong, Grandpa?" "Sticky now?" The others roared with laughter. The man said nothing. He looked at them once, steady, calm, and then turned away. Silence. Only the low hum of traffic passing by. Then a black SUV rolled up. It stopped right beside the scene. The door opened quietly, like a pause between 2 heartbeats. A tall man stepped out. Clean-cut hair, gray t-shirt, military bearing, but no uniform. He looked at the old couple first, then at the laughing group. "Mom, Dad?" he said softly. The laughter froze mid-air. The 3 boys looked at each other, the cans still in their hands, one slowly crumpling from the man's tightening grip. The old woman's eyes filled instantly with tears. "David," she whispered, her voice breaking. He walked toward them, calm, measured steps, the kind that come from discipline, not anger. One of the boys took a step back. "Wait, you're their son?" David didn't answer. He knelt beside his father, helping him wipe the soda off his shirt. "You okay, sir?" His father smiled faintly. "It's just a drink. I've been through worse." The air shifted. The boys stood frozen, unsure what to do. One mumbled, "We were just joking, man." David rose to his full height. The evening light caught the glint of a small pendant around his neck, a Navy SEAL trident. He didn't need to say who he was. His posture, his silence said everything. The boys lowered their heads instinctively. But David didn't shout. He didn't threaten. He only said, "You know, out there, people fight for strangers. They risk their lives for those they'll never meet. And here, you throw drinks on the ones who raised you, the generation that built what you stand on." The words hit harder than any punch could. The parking lot went completely still. No wind, no laughter, just the quiet hum of guilt settling in. One of the boys looked down at the ground. "We didn't mean," David interrupted softly. "Meaning comes from what you do, not what you say after." He turned back to his parents, opening the car door for his mother. His father followed, still calm, still silent. Before getting in, the old man turned once more toward the group. He simply said, "Someday you'll understand what real strength looks like." Then they drove off. The 3 boys stood there, motionless. Their reflection shimmered in the puddle of spilled Coke, distorted, small, ashamed. No one said another word. 20 seconds later, one of them picked up the empty can and tossed it into the trash. It wasn't much, but it was a start. That night, David sat quietly in his living room with his parents. No talk about the incident, just the soft ticking of a clock and the comfort of presence. His mother placed her hand on his. "You didn't have to say anything," she murmured. "I know," he replied. "But sometimes silence teaches louder than anger ever could." Outside, rain began to fall, washing away the stains of soda and pride alike. The town slept under the hush of forgiveness. Real strength doesn't shout, stands calm in the face of cruelty. The loud learn fear, but the quiet teach respect. And sometimes karma doesn't come with vengeance. It comes wearing a uniform of peace. If this story moved you, like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Valley, and share your thoughts below. Because somewhere someone needs this reminder today.